And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch live, head over to twitch.tv/takesbyfans. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered multiple ways. Alrighty, today's a big old Tuesday. There was Monday Night Football on last night, and Aaron Rodgers got it done. A little bit of shaky with that game last night. Lions getting out to a pretty solid start, and tied. Was it 17-14 at halftime, and 17-14, 14-14. What do we got it going into halftime? Yeah, 17-14. Lions out on top. Oh boy, but then Aaron Rodgers does his thing, and touchdown, game over. So we'll break down that game from last night, last game of week 2, which means that we can kind of start doing our power rankings for today's show as well. We will unveil our new top 10. We have our fame and shame list to go over. We made picks for week 2, and some people that we put a lot of faith in and believability and bettability and told y'all what to do, and they didn't perform well. So we got to fame some of those players that did do well, help us hit those picks, and shame those guys that fell a little bit short. And unfortunately, this week we got more people in the shame category than the fame category, so that's never great. But we'll unveil that list. And then today is Tight End Tuesday, baby. The tight ends showed up and reported to university this week, and we had some absolutely great performances by the tight ends balling out. So we'll go over all the great performances by the tight ends from week 2 as well today. But before we get into anything, there was a lot of quarterbacks going down in week 2. So let's all get on the same page and see what's going on with these quarterbacks that kind of got knocked out of last week's game, and if they're going to be ready for this week or have to take a couple of weeks off. So here we go, the quarterback roundup. Here we go. First one, Tyrod Taylor, truly unfortunate right here. Really solid kind of first half performance, then got knocked out of the game with a hamstring injury, and he is going to be missing some time. I believe he went on IR, or he will potentially be going on IR, but he is going to miss time. He's going to be missing this Thursday night game. Unfortunate, and it's seeming to be probably around 3 weeks, potentially 4 weeks out here for Tyrod Taylor. So, man, oh man, the man can't catch a break, and every time he tries to, kind of reset his career. We saw that last season in LA with the Chargers. He played week 1, looked good, and then, the doctor punctures his lung. Here we go. Starts week 1, looks good. Starts week 2, looking good, and then midway game 2, he goes down. So truly unfortunate out here by Tyrod Taylor. We hope he gets right as quickly as possible so we could still potentially salvage this Texans season in this team. We'll see what Davis Mills is going to be doing in the interim, and we'll see what he can do on Wednesday during our film study show to see if we can buy into this Texans team for this week, next week, and moving forward, because we still want to be big on this Texans team. They are impressing us, competitive against the Browns with Tyrod Taylor and without. Huge green flags moving forward with this Texans team, and I don't think we're ready to jump off of them just quite yet. So we're hoping Davis Mills can pull through for this team, but Tyrod Taylor, speedy recovery, my friend, and hopefully we see you back out here. Alrighty, Carson Wentz, and we told y'all we are 100% off of Carson Wentz, and we are kind of, in turn, 100% off of this Colts team. We are officially changing our Super Bowl prediction from the Colts winning to the Rams winning. Going forward, we are on the Rams train. Done with Carson Wentz with getting injured, because he didn't just sprain one of his ankles, he sprained both of his ankles in the loss last week against the Rams. How do you sprain both of your ankles? What are you doing? This man truly was born with glass bones and paper skin. This man can't stay healthy in training camp, in the first week, second week, in the playoffs. The man can never stay healthy, and we are 100% done. We were hoping that all the injuries were out of his system. Because we saw, 4, 5, 6 injuries already. We're playing kind of the odds number at that point, and, the odds, still get you sometimes. So Truly off of Carson Wentz now. His status is still unclear. We'll see how he's working today, tomorrow, seeing if he can go for this week. But, we can't buy anybody else on this Colts team. Jacob Eason is looking trash. He was looking trash in the preseason games. He was looking trash when, the game was on the line and he had to go and win it. And I know that's a big kind of situation for this young quarterback that's never started a game, but he didn't rise to the occasion. Next man up mentality. I mean, it's either a win or a loss. You are either a winner or a loser. That's what it comes down to. And last night, or a couple of nights ago, Jacob Eason was a big old loser. So in Sam Ehlinger, he will be a loser as well. That man is not going to be as good or better than Jacob Eason. Maybe they're as good. It's not that hard to be as good as Jacob Eason, but so we'll see what's up in the air here for Carson Wentz. I would say he possibly doesn't go this week. I mean, if you're the Colts, you have to salvage the season. Yes, you are facing down 0-3, but you've still got the back end of the season. You've still got basically the bulk of the season. You can't have Carson Wentz out there and just breaking both ankles next week. You really have to make sure he's 100% recovered before you stick him back out there, because, you don't want him out there for you don't want him injured and not able to go for the rest of the season. So the Colts may have to swallow an 0-3 start and then really push it in the back half of the season. But I don't know what you do with this Carson Wentz situation, folks. I mean, you got to move on. Maybe trade for Deshaun Watson. Try to do that. You got to get rid of Carson Wentz as quick as possible. It's unfortunate, folks. We gave him all of his chances. He's used up all of his free passes. I don't know what more y'all want from me. Alrighty, let's talk about Andy Dalton. He got a little bit of a knee bruise, no ligament damage, and his status is also unclear. Matt Nagy in a difficult spot right now. You've got a free pass to go with Justin Fields right now, but the way that Justin Fields played last week, filling in for Andy Dalton, maybe kind of wants you to hold him back. So truly a difficult decision here for Matt Nagy. Do you stay with Andy Dalton, who's just a game manager at best? I'm saying slightly below average game manager Andy Dalton, or do you just go with the future and have him kind of start playing and learning and getting better and growing? I think that's the right decision. But with Andy Dalton still, kind of ready to go, Matt Nagy, we know he makes the wrong decision every single time. So, don't expect Matt Nagy to start Justin Fields this week and maybe potentially see Andy Dalton out there. But his status is still unclear, seeming like he could go. It's all basically, on how they're feeling this week. All right, Tua, oh my goodness, bruised rib, got absolutely smacked against the Bills. I mean, the man had no time to throw, and we're going to be breaking him down in Wednesday's film study tomorrow on tomorrow's show. But Tua, a bruised rib, unfortunate. He's still in pain. The team says he's day-to-day, and it's basically just pain tolerance for Tua. If he can handle the pain, if he can tolerate the pain, he can go for this week against the Raiders in Vegas. So it's a big game, big spot here, especially getting blown out 35-0. You have to come back and rebound to kind of take that loss and push it out of people's minds. So we'll see if Tua's good to go. It's all determining on his pain tolerance. So we'll see if Tua's a true gamer or not this week. We'll see if he goes. And then Derek Carr, the last quarterback on the injury list here. A little bit of an ankle injury. He should be playing on Sunday. John Gruden said, hey, it's a little injury, but we kind of expect him to be playing out there. So Tua, Carr, both banged up, having to face each other. We'll see. Does any of them go? Does one of them go? Do none of them go? Do both of them go? We'll keep eyes on these quarterback injuries and health statuses as we progress through the week, but that's kind of where we are right now. Tyrod Taylor is 100% out this week and probably 100% out for at least the next 2 to 3 weeks. Carson Wentz, Andy Dalton, Tua, and Derek Carr can really just all go whenever they are kind of feeling good. So no IR for any of these quarterbacks, and all potentially could be playing this week besides Tyrod Taylor. So we'll see what's going to be happening, but we know quarterbacks go down every single season, folks. High profile, low profile, middle of the profile quarterbacks. You are, just because you're good doesn't mean you are kind of avoidant of the injury bug. So far, no kind of A1 tier 1 quarterbacks have gone down, so that's a great thing. Let me knock on wood a lot as we kind of start talking about this. I don't even want to talk about it, but here we are talking about it. But a Brady, a Mahomes, a Jackson, a Matthew Stafford. Like I said, continuing to knock on wood here. None of them have gone down yet, so I guess that's good. But still, some of these quarterbacks, big potential here. Wentz, Tua, Carr, Tyrod Taylor. I'm not saying Andy Dalton, but all the other ones, potential there, and starting off on a pretty solid note. So truly unfortunate here that some of these seasons could be a little bit hindered with these injuries. Alrighty, now let's go into some of our topics that we've got for today. In the first one up, we've got to break down the Monday Night Football game from last night to officially put a nice little bow on Week 2 as a whole. The last game of Week 2, the last game to talk about, the last game to break down and investigate and see what happened, see what was going on, and talk through it. So we're all on the same page heading into Week 3, and as we progress through this week, when we break down film and kind of shout some players out and celebrate and see what these teams are really doing and seeing what teams compared to all the other teams were better than them or all that. So let's start talking about Lions at Packers last night. Alrighty. All right. The first thing to talk about, we got to, kind of give credit to this Lions team coming out firing, being competitive, making it competitive. You've got, angry Aaron Rodgers getting totally embarrassed week 1, only put up 3 points, and then the Lions having to come in on Monday Night Football on the road to Green Bay with that kind of, pissed off Aaron Rodgers, and they competed in the first half, so I gotta shout out Dan Campbell. What we've seen from this Lions team over the last 2 weeks, Lions competitive down the stretch when they were already getting blown out in week 1, still balling out to that very last whistle, putting up multiple points. 14 to 17 points in the fourth quarter alone, just to be competitive, never giving up. And that's all Dan Campbell right there. We know that's his attitude. We know that's his mantra. Never give up. Kind of, a little bit of a beefy personality out there, big momentum personality. And, he had them, not playing good in the first game because, they were kind of getting blown out by the 49ers. But the fact that they fought to that last whistle, we give credit to Dan Campbell. And we also give Dan Campbell credit for what he did this week. His team was ready to go right out of the gate. First drive on the road, 7 plays, 75 yards, ends in a touchdown. Yes, sir, that's how you set the tempo. Made Aaron Rodgers kind of have to go to work himself. And Aaron Rodgers went to work on the Packers' first drive. They go down and answer that touchdown, tying up the game 7-7. But for Dan Campbell to kind of bounce back from that big defeat for the 49ers, having them come into Green Bay and be competitive right off the rip, that's absolutely fantastic, and we give Dan Campbell credit for that. We know overall this Lions team isn't anything special, and we're really not expecting them to win too many games, but the fact that they're competitive here in the big spots, playing to the last whistle, starting out hot on the road here in a big primetime game. That's some great leadership there by Dan Campbell, and we'll see if they can build and expand upon that because we know he's got a big, like a 6-year deal here for Dan Campbell, so he's got some time to truly put this team together. And so far, yes, they're 0-2, but it's a solid start here for Dan Campbell's tenure, and we'll see how high it could go. We don't, we have the ceiling here for the Lions very, very low, but we'll see. Maybe Dan Campbell surprises us. So the Lions go down and score on their first touchdown drive, and then they have to punt, unfortunately, but it was a real solid drive. 8 plays, 41 yards, chewed off about 5 minutes on the clock. That's a solid drive. Unfortunately, it doesn't result in any points. They have to punt, but the Lions defense comes up big. The Packers end up going 3-0, and then the Lions get right back on track, scoring another touchdown, going up 14-7. And then Aaron Rodgers, obviously, hey, you're not going to come in my home stadium and disrespect me by, taking taking the lead and all that. I'm going to get the touchdown right back. They make it 14-14. And then the last competitive drive here for the Lions was the last drive of the first half, a 2-minute drive, 1 minute 46 seconds left in the game, and the Lions go down and score a field goal. So this was a truly great first half for this Lions team overall, and then just in the second half, they truly floundered. First drive coming out of halftime, turnover on downs, but it was a good movable drive, 8 plays, 50 yards. It's just unfortunate they go for it on 4th and 1 at Green Bay's 25. You kind of have to go for that. You're down 21-17 because, once again, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, they used their first drive out of halftime to go down and score a touchdown. I mean, the Packers were on fire. We're going to talk about the Packers in a second. But it's 4th and 1 at the Green Bay 25. Yeah, you kind of have to go for that. You settle for a field goal. It's still a win, but you know the Packers kind of won as well. And we know how the rest of this game went. The Packers just scoring touchdown, 35 points, 5 touchdowns, bingo, bango, no problem here. So, you know, in hindsight, yeah, they really truly had to go for this because they had to keep up pace with the Packers' touchdown scoring, and we know that's hard to do when you're going against Aaron Rodgers that can just fling the ball. And we're going to watch his highlights here, Aaron Rodgers, because that man was absolutely slinging the ball all over the field last night, looking absolutely immaculate, which we thought and which we kind of knew. You know, we took the Packers. What was the final line? -12. We ended up taking that. They win by 18 points, no problem. You know, so they cover the spread, cover all that because, you know, it's Aaron Rodgers. The man slings the ball. We know he does that. So I love the aggressive call here on 4th and 1 to go for it. Unfortunately, they can't pick it up. And then the next drive, they fumble, and now it's 28-17, and now it's 35-17 because Aaron Rodgers is like, hey, you better not make a mistake, and you better start scoring on every single drive because I'm about to start scoring on every single drive. So if you want to keep up and be competitive, that's fine, but you better be scoring touchdowns on every single drive, and that's just too much for this Lions team to do. That's too much for Jared Goff to do, and it's unfortunate. So the turnover on downs drive, the fumble drive, then a punting drive, 6 plays, 12 yards, and then an interception there by Jared Goff, and then the very last drive, turnover on downs, trying to do something, 4th and 3 at Green Bay's 32-yard line. They can't pick it up, and it's game over at that point. So very, very well done by this Lions team to come out firing. Just unfortunate they don't have the team overall, the talent on the team to be competitive with one of these kind of upper echelon teams, or the Packers or the Bucks or the Chiefs or the Ravens or the Rams or the Cardinals. The Lions aren't going to be able to keep up with any of those upper echelon teams, but being competitive for a quarter, a half, 3 quarters, maybe an entire game coming down to the wire, we give credit to this Lions team. All right, let's start breaking down some stats for these Lions players. First up is the quarterback, Jared Goff, and he threw 26 of 36. Real solid effort here by Jared Goff, who's trying to prove his true worth and his value and what he can do at the quarterback position since, you know, the Rams got rid of him, and now they're having instant big success. 2 wins already. The offense is moving the ball. Matthew Stafford looking good as heck, folks. If you haven't seen Matthew Stafford play this season, folks, I urge you to truly watch the entirety of the next Rams game, folks. Watch what that man can do because it's truly impressive. So Jared Goff, 26 of 36, which is 72% completion percentage. We love that. 246 yards on 26 completions. A little bit of a dink and dunk there by Jared Goff. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. The 1 interception we can kind of, you know, get rid of because, you know, the game was already over at this point. He threw his interception with 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter when they were already down 35-17. You know, I don't want to use an excuse for Jared Goff, but, you know, the interception truly is nothing in the stat column. So well done by Jared Goff, a really solid, serviceable game. Unfortunately, the pressure, the momentum all kind of got on you in the second half, and they just could not sustain any drives. They, you know, were shut out in the second half, put up 17 points. All their points in the first half, good. No points in the second half, not good, and they lose the game. Unfortunate. All right, Jared Goff was also the leading rusher as well, 4 carries for 46 yards. Then we had DeAndre Swift, 8 carries for 37 yards, and Jamal Williams, 7 carries for 25 yards. You know, wish they would have kind of slowed down the game a little bit more, ran the ball a little bit more, especially since, you know, Aaron Rodgers was slinging the touchdowns, touchdown. I mean, that's how they started, you know, the second half, folks. First drive, touchdown. Second drive, touchdown. Third drive, touchdown. I mean, geez Louise, when the Aaron Rodgers and the Packers get going, they get going. going. You cannot stop that. Man, you cannot stop this team when they are just scoring touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. It's basically like if they pick up one first drive or one first down on their drive, they're going to result in the touchdown, folks. It's going to get it done. I mean, just look at these drives by the Packers here. First drive, touchdown because they picked up the first down. Second drive, they went 3 and out. They didn't pick up the first down, so, you know, they go 3 and out. Third drive, they pick up the first down, 10 plays, touchdown. Fourth drive here, it's the end of half drive. That's not even a drive, so their next drive, it's out of halftime. They pick up the first down. It's a touchdown. Second drive out of halftime, they pick up the first down. It's a touchdown. Third drive out of halftime, they pick up the first down. It's a touchdown coming off the fumble. And then they go 6 plays, have to punt the ball in the fourth quarter, 3 and out in the fourth quarter as well, 3 and out in the fourth quarter as well. By that time, the game is over. No urgency there. They're not picking up the first downs, and they have to punt the ball. So if they pick up that first down, it's a touchdown. That's what Aaron Rodgers does. If they get out to a little bit of a slow start, because after they pick up that first down, Matt LaFleur's genius starts kicking in. You have to start covering everything because, you know, now Aaron Rodgers has a little bit momentum in that throwing arm, ready to be pinpoint precise. So if it's, you better hope they don't pick up a first down on you, or they are going to take it for 7. So that's just what the Packers do, folks. When they are on, they are unstoppable. When they're off, it's big time bad. We've seen it multiple times. So that's just how Aaron Rodgers is. That's just how, you know, the team is built. And, you know, it's 13-3, getting to the NFC Championship the last 2 seasons. That's real solid. They just have to finish the season. And that's what's up for the Packers this season. All right, but let's finish off here with the Lions and what they did. Let's see who Jared Goff was throwing to. The leading receivers, T.J. Hawkinson, once again, leading receiver game 1 for this Lions team, and he's a tight end. Leading receiver for game number 2, and he's a tight end, and we are definitely going to be shouting him out on our Tight End Tuesday segment. But T.J. Hawkinson, 8 receptions for 66 yards and a touchdown. Quentin Cephas, 4 receptions for 63 yards and a touchdown. Then it's DeAndre Swift, the running back, 4 receptions for 41 yards. And then we got Trinity Benson, 1 reception for 24 yards. So we just wish that this Lions team had better wide receivers and that Jared Goff was going to those wide receivers and not just constantly looking for the running backs and the tight ends and the dink and dunk and the safety routes and the checkdowns and all that. But this Lions team really doesn't have that many great wide receivers, deep threat wide receivers to truly work with. So we're trying to give Jared Goff all the benefit of the doubt here. This is a truly unfortunate kind of circumstance and team to play for, especially when your entire legacy and career is in jeopardy. Now that the Rams are having success without you the first time, it's a little tough and unfortunate here for Jared Goff, but he's trying his damnedest out here to kind of prove everybody wrong and to prove that he can be a truly great Tier 1 quarterback in this league. It's just unfortunate this Lions team as a whole doesn't have that many weapons to kind of help out the quarterback, and they don't have the defense to kind of, you know, help out the quarterback, and they don't have the coaching staff to help out the quarterback. So I tip my cap to Jared Goff. He's trying out there. It's just coming up a little bit short. Alrighty, now let's start talking about this Packers team and Aaron Rodgers. He's a bad man, folks. Sheesh, I can't wait to start watching some of these highlights by this man because, oh my goodness, are they absolutely beautiful. But this man, only 5 incompletions, folks, so come on, give the man credit. 22 of 27. That is 81% completion percentage. We love it, for 255 yards, slinging the ball out. 4 touchdowns, no picks, doesn't fumble, doesn't turn the ball over. Clean game here by the Packers. Well done. And then the running game. And I didn't know people disrespected Aaron Jones. What was that about? I was going on Twitter last night and everyone was like, see, Aaron Jones is actually good. Aaron Jones is actually good. I was like, y'all were saying that this man wasn't good. Did y'all see what this man did last season? I mean, he put up, I want to say 1,300 yards. That's like 3rd in the league. Derrick Henry, 2,000. You know, he's obviously the standout. And then Delvin Cook maybe at like 1,500. And then I think Aaron Jones had like 1,300, 1,200 yards last season. What do we got? Aaron Jones, yeah, 1,100 yards last season with another 300 receiving. So a grand total of about 1,459 yards. So, yeah, I don't understand why everybody was clowning Aaron Jones. I didn't know that was y'all. I didn't know that's what y'all were doing, clowning Aaron Jones. We don't buy that. We never buy that. This running game for the Packers has been real solid for the last 2 seasons, folks. Absolutely. So, it was just a little mind-boggling reading what people were saying on Twitter. I was like, no, this man's good. why y'all disrespecting Aaron Jones? Stop that. This man's good. 1,000-yard rusher. Respect that. If you're not respecting 1,000-yard rushers, I don't know what the hell y'all are respecting out there. So Aaron Jones is fine, folks. Leading rusher here for this Packers team. 17 carries for 67 yards and a touchdown. Real solid. Then A.J. Dillon, 5 carries for 18 yards as well. All right, let's see who Aaron Rodgers was throwing to. Davante Adams, leading receiver for the Packers, should come as no surprise. 8 receptions for 121 yards. Robert Tonyan, the tight end, and we're going to shout him out on Tight End University as well today. Robert Tonyan, 3 catches for 52 yards and a touchdown. Very well done. And then it's Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones out of the backfield, 3rd leading receiver here. 6 catches for 43 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yes, sir. Give that man his respect. 4 touchdown day for the running back, running the ball, catching the ball. Give respect to the dual threat ability of Aaron Jones in the great quarterback play of Aaron Rodgers, folks. Aaron to Aaron, baby. That's double Aaron. That is quadruple Aaron here. Respect this Packers weapons, folks, and definitely start respecting Aaron Jones more. I don't know where the hell the disrespect is coming from. The man is solid out here. So real solid work here by this Packers team, just doing what they do. Aaron Rodgers doing what they do. And like I said, I mean, you know, three drives in the first half, 2 touchdowns, 1 3-and-out, unfortunately, and then 3 straight touchdown drives to start the second half. They go up 35-17, and the game is over from there. So Aaron Rodgers truly kind of knocked off the dust from week 1 and got it going. So watch out for this Packers team moving forward, and when we get to our power rankings for today's show, we'll see how much of a headway this Packers team made, because we didn't have them in the top 10 for week 1. Do they get into the top 10 this week? We will see. But before we officially move off of this game, we got to watch Aaron Rodgers highlights from last night, folks. Sheesh, we got 3 minutes and 15 seconds of absolutely on-the-money throws right here. So let's respect some Aaron Rodgers right here and see what this man was doing. Here we go. First throw coming up here. They're down 7-0. Big time to score. Big time to kind of move the ball. You go to Davante Adams. Davante Adams doing his thing, about 15 yards. That's nothing great. That's not one of the throws we are truly looking forward to watching again. Here we go. Play action pass. A dump off to Aaron Jones. All right. Picks up the first down. Solid. But we want to see this man sling the ball. Come on, highlights. Let's get a little bit better out here. Here we go. Aaron Rodgers on the goal line from the 1-yard line. Play action pass. And then dumps it to Aaron Jones right there on the goal line. Bingo, bango. That's what Aaron Jones brings to this team. He also, this necklace right here is, well, you can't see it here, but it had his father's ashes in it. I don't know if you've been following the story. He wore a necklace with his father's ashes in it. Scored a touchdown, showed it off, and then unfortunately he lost it in the end zone somewhere, but it was found by the groundskeepers of the Packers, so that's great. Happy ending to that story. But back to Aaron Rodgers right here. We're going to get a big throw. Yes, sir. The big deep ball here to Davante Adams. And oh my gosh, folks, what a ball. What a ball, folks. Man, oh man, Aaron Rodgers slung this ball, folks. Sheesh. Folks, let's count the yards here. He's going to throw this one from his 15-yard line. That's 35 yards to the 50, and it goes all the way down to the 20. That is 55 yards clean in the air. Absolutely 1 trillion% on the money, folks. Look at this. Absolutely incredible right there. Davante Adams, a great A1 Tier 1 wide receiver. Aaron Rodgers, obviously a great A1 Tier 1 quarterback. And this hookup for 60 yards, 55 all through the air is absolutely money. And now we get a replay here from Davante Adams' angle. Well done to get separation. I mean, this isn't that much separation. It's maybe a yard max. But it's still open in this league, and Aaron Rodgers puts it absolutely on the money. I mean, look where he just dumps this ball in. I mean, sheesh. Absolutely perfection on the accuracy. Aaron Rodgers, the magician, like we know. Fantastic. All right, here we go from the 22-yard line over the middle of the field to Robert Tonyan, who makes an absolutely incredible catch with 2 defenders draped all over him. But once again, it's Aaron Rodgers putting it absolutely 1,000,000,000,000% exactly where it needs to be for a touchdown. Do we get a replay on this one? I hope we get this one from the back angle. It will truly show off the accuracy and the precision that Aaron Rodgers threw this ball with, and we unfortunately do not get a back end angle replay. Damn it. It's still great, folks. But here we go. Aaron Rodgers, next play over the middle. 10 yards, easy. Come on, we want to see more big bombs. Big bombs here by Aaron Rodgers. Here we go. 3rd and 7. Great job there to just dump it off there for the right sideline. It picked it up. 3rd and 7, moving the ball. That's exactly what we're looking for. And this is a drive that ends in a touchdown here. Their second drive out of halftime. Aaron Rodgers, and then look at this throw right here, folks. Aaron Rodgers throwing off balance, doing a Mahomes-esque throw. Here we go, off balance. Can't set his feet, throws off 1 foot a little bit high, but it's Davante Adams wide open. So, yeah, you can throw a little bit high. He will go up and catch the ball. Once again, Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams, a great wide receiver quarterback combo. We all know this, folks. We're not saying anything new out here, but great extension there by Davante Adams. We get a back angle shot on this catch, this replay. Come on. I wanted to see the one by Robert Tonyan. All right, here we go. A dump off to Aaron Jones again, who beats everybody for 10 yards in the red zone for the touchdown. Aaron Jones, Aaron Rodgers, quadruple A-Ron. Give them the respect, folks. All right, what do we got? 1 or 2 more throws up here. Play action pass here by Aaron Rodgers, already up 35-17, and wanting to go deep, pulls it back down, and then makes a safe throw to Davante Adams. He was about to launch it for a second, and then dumps it down to Aaron Rodgers. Last play right here. What does Aaron Rodgers have for us, folks? Play action pass. Aaron Rodgers escaping out of the pocket, delivering a wide open ball there on the right sideline, and that goes for the first down. So Aaron Rodgers, absolutely magnificent, accurate as heck, efficient as heck. Like we said, only 5 incompletions all night, and 4 touchdowns to go along with that. So well done by Aaron Rodgers. He is back. This Packers team is back, and we'll see what this Packers team can do moving forward. Now, we do have to take this game with a little bit of a grain of salt because it is the Lions. Let's see who they've got up next week. What do we got going on here for this Packers team? Who are they going to be facing? Is it another good opponent that is going to be a high-pressure game? Next week, the Packers have the 49ers on Sunday Night Football. Another big game here for Aaron Rodgers where he must show out. Yes, you beat the Lions, which is all good and well, but if you lose to the 49ers, it's back to this Packers team being bad. It's back to Aaron Rodgers causing distractions and fucking attitude. So this narrative is going to be changing on a weekly basis, especially when you're going against and losing potentially against great teams. This Packers team, it's Super Bowl or bust, like we've been saying. They've got to get to the Super Bowl, and we can't see them losing against the better upper echelon teams right here, because that means you're not upper echelon if you can't beat the upper echelon. So there can only be one. So we'll see what the Packers can do, but a great job to kind of, reset the season. 1-1 Packers. Well done by Aaron Rodgers. Alrighty. So after the game, we have some quotes here. So let's quickly read these, and then we will officially wrap up Monday Night Football. But the first one right here, Aaron Rodgers, after Packers blowout win, says it's, quote, nice to get the trolls off of our backs. All right, relax. You got blown out week 1. Of course, everybody was going to talk about you when the, quote, trolls were going to come out. And, I was kind of thinking, was this, quote, directed at us? Does Aaron Rodgers consider us calling him Turtle Rodgers and making this canvas with his head on a turtle body with the shell and him on the golf course? Does he count us as trolls? Is this trolling, folks? Is that trolling? I would kind of say that's being honest. I don't troll here. I don't say anything to get a reaction. I say what I see. We mean everything we say here. So I'm kind of interested to hear Aaron Rodgers. Is he kind of calling us trolls? Because we just being honest. Did anything that we've said over the last couple of months here that we've been breaking down Aaron Rodgers in depth, did y'all ever consider that as trollish? Because we weren't trolling. We're not trolling, folks. Trolling is kind of lame in our opinion, but y'all do you. We don't care. But, yeah, it's like, Aaron Rodgers, are you taking a little bit of a shot at us? So let's see what he's saying here in this quote. after the game where he has a great performance, and then Aaron Rodgers, classic, comes out of his shell and talks after a great performance, classic, when it's, getting blown out, it's, all in the shell stuff. Muffled in the shell stuff. But let's see what Aaron Rodgers was saying after this big ol' win. Here we go. Aaron Rodgers cautioned everyone not to freak out after the Week 1 blowout loss to the New Orleans Saints Monday night. He propelled his team to a 35-17 blowout victory over the Detroit Lions with some sterling throws to overcome a first half deficit. We truly saw those. Fantastic. Rodgers was asked after the game what changed from Week 1 to the next. He says, quote, "I don't know. I think we maybe tried to show that we cared a little bit more tonight." Rodgers said, a subtle jab at those who suggested he didn't care about the opening game loss. So Aaron Rodgers, obviously, when he has the chance to, take a shot at everybody, he does. I mean, we've seen that, folks. Aaron Rodgers loves taking shots at people. He underperforms and then gets everybody talking because, he's highly regarded as the greatest of all time. So his bad performances, it's going to get a reaction. It's going to get talked about because it goes the same. If Patrick Mahomes has a bad performance, if Tom Brady has a bad performance, everybody talks about them. But Aaron Rodgers kind of counts it as everybody taking shots at him and insulting him and being trolling towards him, and it's not. It's just, hey, if you want to kind of be highly regarded in this league, people are going to talk about you. It's unfortunate, especially when you put up a big old stinker and lay a big old egg like he did in Week 1. But Aaron Rodgers can finally talk now because he blew out a Lions team. Okay, fools on us, right? But here we go, quote, "I think people like to say a lot of bullshit, and it's nice to come back in here after a game like that." So yeah, of course, whenever you have a chance to kind of prove everybody wrong, of course you're going to say it, and that's what Aaron Rodgers does. So, Aaron Rodgers, talking about the trolls and all that, okay, you do that, Aaron. I know Aaron Rodgers is, so excited with himself and so proud of himself, of his comments, and, doing good against the Lions team. All right, Aaron. All right, and then this last quote here by Aaron Rodgers. Let's read the lead up. Clearly, Rodgers heard the loud chatter about last week's performance, saying, quote, "I think there's even more now than when I started playing. So many overreactions that happen, so it's nice to then come out and have a good performance to get the trolls off of our backs, folks. The trolls off of our backs. Are we trolls for being honest about Aaron Rodgers floundering in the big games over and over and over again? Does that make us trolls because we're telling you what he's doing out on the field? Are we trolls for breaking down what Aaron Rodgers was doing on every single pass in those playoff games that he kind of floundered in because he's only got to one Super Bowl? Is that trolling, folks? I don't think so. I think Aaron Rodgers is trying to get a dunk. He wants a dunk in the media, and this is a dunk. Everybody's playing up this quote right here. Everybody's playing up the dunk on the trolls. Classic. So, Aaron Rodgers, if you're calling us out, do it publicly. Call us by name. Takes by fans. Call me out, Aaron Rodgers. I'm calling you out. Aaron Rodgers, I'm calling you out. You better have a good performance next week, or we'll call you out negatively this time, and won't kind of appreciate all the great throws to Devontae Adams that you made. So, Aaron Rodgers, getting the dig to the trolls, the game he loves to play. Aaron Rodgers loves the media, folks. Don't let him fool you. The man loves getting the dunk in the last word and he can never do no wrong to the fans. He loves all that, folks. He's actively buying into it and actively eating it up. All right, and then we got the losing side talking. We got Jared Goff on the second half woes versus the Packers says, quote, "We just kept shooting ourselves in the foot," and that's exactly right, folks. Like we said, the turnover on downs, these are all second half drives. The turnover on downs, going for it on fourth down. I like the decision, unfortunate execution, the fumble, the 6 plays having to punt, the interception, the turnover on downs again. So truly, they were in it in the first half and then just kept shooting themselves in the foot, not getting those first downs, turning over the balls, and it just unfortunately all became too much. So let's quickly read what Jared Goff had to say about last night's loss. So said, quote, "Yeah, we just kept shooting ourselves in the foot there. we had a good thing going in the first half, and it was looking how we expected it to look, really. Yeah, just kept shooting ourselves in the foot in the second half. So, yeah, I mean, they were looking good. They had the lead, 17-14. Fantastic. And then, unfortunate, Aaron Rodgers came to play in the second half, and the Lions just couldn't keep up pace. All right, now let's hear from Dan Campbell. Let's see what he's saying. Quote, the turnovers, that was the big thing. It wasn't like we couldn't run it. Every time offensively we struggle, it's because we shot ourselves in the foot. The one possession we didn't score on the first half was our own doing. We had a holding call, we had a false start, we had an intentional grounding, and then you go into the second half and we had the fumble snap. So that's a wasted snap. They fell on it. We had the interception trying to make a play, which I understand why he's trying to make a play. You're down that much. It's self-inflicted wounds. And then you reach a certain point where you're trying to continue to run your offense and be able to run it a little bit, run the ball, but yet you're also pressed for time. We only have 2 timeouts. You're down 3 scores, and you kind of get in a bind. That's not the world we want to live in. So solid, quote there by Dan Campbell, truly breaking it down, and it's just unfortunate. But once again, like we said, we still give credit to this Lions team for being competitive in the first half because the bar of expectations are low here for the Lions. Obviously, we want to rise that bar as the season progresses. We can't truly fully jump off this Lions team just quite yet. This Lions team is better than the Falcons. The Falcons are truly the worst team in the league, folks. I'm taking the Lions. I'm taking the Texans over the Falcons any week of the season, folks, truly. So still early in the season, still early in Jared Goff's kind of career here in Detroit, still early in Dan Campbell's tenure. So we'll see if they continue to progress here as the season continues. We hope they do, and we hope they are competitive and don't go 0-17. But we will see what happens. So that was Monday Night Football. Week 2 is officially wrapped up, and now it's starting. Let's continue breaking down Week 2 before we get into Week 3, which will be on Thursday's show when we officially begin breaking and talking about Week 3. But we've got some other things to do today. So let's go into one of our main segments today. It is Tight End Tuesday, baby, and we are on a mission to crown the best tight end in the league. Tight End University is a big narrative, a big mantra, a big segment in this NFL season, and we've got the 2021. We want to name the 2021 Summa Cum Laude Tight End of Tight End University. And how are we do that? We are giving out grades on a weekly basis to the tight ends that truly showed out. Now, we did a little bit of a tweak here. Last week we were ranking through like 1 through 5 and all that, the top tight ends, but we are retweaking it to just naming the grades. There will be no weekly rankings. There will be a final ranking once all the grades have been given out and we see what they were doing throughout the entire season. But so far, we are just breaking down the grades and handing out grades. So for Week 1, these are the tight ends that showed out. Rob Gronkowski got an A+. Congratulations. Darren Waller got an A+. TJ Hawkinson had an A-. Dallas Goedert got a B+. Travis Kelce got an A+. Tyler Higbee got a C+. Logan Thomas got a B+. And George Kittle got a B. Now, not all tight ends make this list. You have to show out. Your team kind of has to be very competitive, really kind of win the game. We're not really taking that many losers in Tight End University, but the tight ends that showed out, did great, led to points either directly or indirectly by, being good on a drive and, picking up a first down on a drive. So those are the tight ends that we are showing out and kind of representing here. And tight ends came to play in Week 2. Tight ends showed up to class in Week 2, and we've got a lot of tight ends to shout out in grades. So let's start seeing what was going on in Week 2. So our first welcome this new tight end, folks. This tight end did not do anything Week 1, but he showed out in Week 2. So let's give it up for our first tight end to shout out here, and that's Ricky Seals-Jones. Did y'all forget because it was Thursday? Because we did not. Ricky Seals-Jones, go ahead, score right right here in the fourth quarter, only catch of the game, and it was a touchdown toe tapping, absolutely great extension right here, and we broke this all down on Thursday, and we gushed over it. We loved it. We said that we are going to pay Ricky Seals tuition to attend Tight End University next season, next year, and man oh man, truly earned right here. So Ricky Seals Jones, a great catch right here, and we are going to give his performance an A, folks. If it was the game winning score, we would have gave it an A+, but just because they had to go down and score another field goal to win the game, we're only going to give it an A, but it was the go-ahead score at the time. Absolutely fantastic. Ricky Seals Jones, welcome to Tight End University, and congratulations on the A for the week's performance. Ricky Seals Jones, congratulations. Let's give him the A here for his week 2 performance. Congratulations. Alrighty, our next tight end and a new tight end here. So once again, welcome this tight end, and we've got tight end Noah Fant from the Denver Broncos. Fantastic. All right. We've got, let's read his stat line right here quickly. Noah Fant, 4 catches for 33 yards and a touchdown. Well, let's see what this touchdown was all about and when it came. So here we go. Second half, third quarter, 12 minutes, 50 seconds left. And the Denver Broncos are only up 3, 10-7 against the Jags. Teddy Bridgewater in the red zone. Let's see what Noah Fant does here on this play. Here we go. 5 wide, empty backfield for Teddy Bridgewater. Noah Fant catches it at the 8-yard line, breaks a tackle, and then slides into the end zone to extend the lead to a 10-point lead right there in the second half. Noah Fant, very, very well done overall here. We are going to give Noah Fant a B+ for his production this week against the Jags. So well done, Noah Fant, officially attending Tight End University this year, and we give you a B+ for your performance. Well done. Keep it up, and we want to see you keep showing out here as the season progresses, and I want to see A+ out of you, Noah Fant, because I know you've got it in you. Well done, Noah Fant, on the B+. Alrighty, next tight end to shout out here. We got to go to the Colts game, and we know the Colts lost, but this tight end kept the game close here for this Colts team, and we gotta shout out Jack Doyle. Now, he had 5 catches for 64 yards. He did not score directly himself, but he contributed to a lot of the scoring here. So here we go. In the second quarter, the field goal that they ended up getting in the second quarter, we had Jack Doyle catching a 13-yard pass to pick up the first down on 1st and 10. Real solid right there, helping to move the ball, especially early on in the drive. The first play of the drive from their own 25-yard line was a 13-yard pass to Jack Doyle. The end result was a field goal. Well done. And they were also kind of on their 2-minute drill with 1:51 seconds left in the first half to go down and score that field goal. Well done by Jack Doyle. Then the touchdown that came in the third quarter, we had a big play here by, where is he at? Jack Doyle. Here we go. Nope. Hang on. Where we are. 3rd and 2 pickup. Where is that at? Did I write down my notes wrong? Here we go. 3rd and 2, 12-yard pass to Jack Doyle to pick up the first down. And then the next play after picking up the first down, because it's 3rd and 2, they don't pick it up. They have to punt because they're at their own 48-yard line. The next drive, the next play gets them at the 40-yard line, and they're able to go in for the score a couple of plays later. So Jack Doyle picking up the first down there. Fantastic. And then the fourth quarter, game-tying field goal. A big pass play, 34 yards to Jack Doyle to go from the Colts 44-yard line to the Rams 22-yard line and puts them in field goal range, field goal territory all by himself. And we got the play here queued up. So let's watch Jack Doyle right here pick up this first down and put them in field goal territory. Here we go. Play action pass by Carson Wentz. Wide open Jack Doyle on the right sideline. Look at that. Picks up another 10 yards after the catch. Brings them down to the 22. They set up the game-tying field goal. So well done by Jack Doyle. Yes, he didn't score himself throughout the game, but he put his team in position, picked up big-time first downs that led to touchdowns and scores and field goals. So well done by Jack Doyle. We are going to give him a B- for his performance in Week 2. Well done, and welcome to Tight End University officially. Alrighty, this tight end is already at Tight End University. Obviously, this man is one of the greats out here, one of the leaders of the Summa Cum Laude Award. But we got to go to the Raiders game and watch Darren Waller. Now, Darren Waller did not play the best, did not play, as good as he did in Week 1. He had 5 catches for 65 yards, no scores himself. But he had the game kind of sealing catch right here. So let's watch this play by Darren Waller, the tight end for the Raiders. Raiders up 23-17. Still only a 1-possession game. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It is 2nd and 7. The Steelers still have 1 timeout. So, you can't just run out the clock. You can't just kind of, run every play. You have to pick up at least 1 first down to truly milk off the rest of the clock. And let's see what they do here on 2nd and 7. Here we go. Derek Carr under center. It's just a straight up drop back, floats it out to Darren Waller. Darren Waller got some nice separation right there. Derek Carr puts the ball right on the money between the corner and the safety, closing out over the top. And just watch Darren Waller catch this ball, pick up the first down. This went for about 20 yards, picks up the first down, and ices the game single-handedly right there. Well done to Darren Waller. He had an A+ Week 1, but we do have to kind of knock him down to just a C+ in Week 2. Unfortunate. No score. He iced the game, which is his biggest thing, and we are going to give him a C+ for that. So, Darren Waller, solid grade right here, and we hope you bring it even more come next week. But well done to make the list 2 weeks in a row. Well done, Darren Waller. Alrighty, we got a new tight end, another new tight end coming up to Tight End University. So everybody give this man a big round of applause here. But the new tight end making his way in 2021 is Dan Arnold, tight end for the Carolina Panthers. Alrighty, this man was the 3rd leading receiver here for the Panthers last week against the Saints. He had 3 catches for 55 yards. No touchdown, no score himself, but we got a nice play right here. First quarter field goal drive right here. He ended up coming away on a 2nd and 20. A 2nd and 20, folks. 2nd and 20. 19-yard pass over the middle of the field. Goes to Dan Arnold. Brings them to a 3rd and 1. 3rd and manageable now that they have Christian McCaffrey go and pick up on the ground, obviously. And they go out and pick up the field goal on that drive. Well done. And then on the touchdown drive, did he have anything on this touchdown drive? Is that what we have on our notes? What play do we have up? Let's just run this play. Let's see what this play is all about. What do we got to play up here for? We got a Dan Arnold play here in the red zone. Here we go. They're up 10-0 right here in the second quarter. 3 minutes left. They're at the Saints' 25-yard line. Sam Darnold pump faking, escaping out of the pocket, and then hits Dan Arnold to drive him down to the 5-yard line. And they get a... They get anything off of this drive? They get a touchdown off this drive? They do get a touchdown off this drive. That's what we got. Yes, sir. Dan Arnold coming up clutch for the field goal, coming up big time for the touchdown. Single-handedly kind of putting up 10 points on the board because of the first down pickups, because of the big playability. So welcome here to Tight End University, Dan Arnold. First appearance, and we're going to give him a good old C+ out here. Well done. Dan Arnold finally coming to Tight End University. Welcome. C+ for his Week 2 performance. Alrighty, who do we got up next here that we got to shout out tight end wise? Another new tight end out here at Tight End University. So once again, keep the round of applause coming. And this time we're going to the Cardinals and we're going to Max Williams. Absolutely great job here against the Vikings. He was the 2nd leading receiver here for the Cardinals. 7 receptions for 94 yards. Now, once again, he didn't score, but indirectly led his team to score. So the second quarter touchdown. Here we go. We got Max Williams, a big 34-yard pass out here. So let's see what we've got going on here. Kyler Murray throwing from his own 25-yard line. It's a play action pass, and then just the ball gets tipped around, and it's Max Williams bringing across midfield. I mean, what a heads-up play here by Max Williams. Heads-up play. It gets tipped at the line. It bounces off a linebacker, and then it just falls into his hands 10 yards down the field. Bizarre, but he made the most out of it, and there he goes. 34-yard pickup there by Max Williams. Heads-up play, folks. That's what they teach there at Tight End University, the Tight End Summit. Heads up play, and Max Williams truly attended that course of heads up. So well done there by Max Williams. And then we've got another one. So that play led to a touchdown. Well done. That drive resulted in a touchdown. And then we've got another drive here in the third quarter. Let's see what Max Williams does here. Cardinals are down 6 points. They're at the Vikings 35-yard line, and Kyler Murray goes deep down to Max Williams, who brings them inside the 10-yard line. Just watch Max Williams get open right here. Here he is, streaking down the field. Nobody gets him, wide open, makes a surefire catch right there, brings them inside the red zone, and they capitalize and score a touchdown. Well done. So, responsible for 2 touchdowns. We give Max Williams credit. Big catches all game long. Put him in scoring position. That's all we are looking for. Obviously, you know, if you could score, great, do that. But that's not the end all be all. Tight ends, you know, they don't always want the credit. They just want to kind of help the team move the ball and do their part. And that's what these tight ends were doing all week long. So we give Max Williams a huge old A grade for his week 2 performance. And, you know, this Cardinals team down early against the Vikings. They come out and show out and, you know, keep scoring the ball. And Max Williams was a huge reason for that. So shout out to Max Williams. Well done for your great production. You get an A. Alrighty, well, we've got a returning student, obviously, and this man killed it week 1 with an A+ rating, and this man is fighting for another A+. Let's see if we give it to him. So the next person on this list is obviously the class favorite, the head of the class, the teacher's pet, the one that gets an A+ on every single grade that you hate, that you kind of cheat off of a little bit. You like, oh, I'm not sure of this answer. Let me take a quick peek. I just kind of want to confirm. He definitely knows it. Oh yeah, that's what I thought too. Okay, I'll mark it down. So it's everybody's favorite out here, Rob Gronkowski, folks. And this man, let's get his highlights or his official stat lineup. Rob Gronkowski, 3rd leading receiver here for the Bucs against the Falcons team. He has 4 catches for 39 yards and 2 touchdowns. 2 big old scores single-handedly here by Rob Gronkowski. So let's see what these were looking like out here. Here we go. First play up here. Let's see this one. Here we go. Nope, this is the wrong highlight. All right, here we go. Let's click the right highlight this time. Here we go. First touchdown of the game. First touchdown of the game from the 20-yard line in the red zone. Tom Brady goes to Rob Gronkowski, who's wide open, and then takes a shot from the 3-yard line and drags the defender across the goal line for the score. Rob Gronkowski, first touchdown of the game to get the Bucs out to a 7-0 lead. But Rob Gronkowski's not done in the early game, folks. He's ready to extend this lead. Rob Gronkowski, first 2 touchdowns of the game here for the Bucs. Bingo, bango. That's how you do it. Let's watch his second touchdown. Big old lead here. This is how you start the game. Tom Brady from the 1-yard line, play action pass, and then this is too easy right here. Rob Gronkowski breaking free, just a block and release, and nobody stays with them. How do you not double, quadruple, quintuple coverage Rob Gronkowski in the end zone when it's especially a tight formation and Tom Brady's under center? You know he's going to go out for a pass, and there he is, a little bit out in front, not 100% accurate there by Tom Brady, but it's Gronk. He will catch anything you throw in a 1-mile radius of him. And there he goes, diving down to the ground to catch this ball. Rob Gronkowski, 2 touchdowns, first 2 scores of the game. Of course, we got to give him another A+ ranking. Man, oh man, who is going to be competing out here with Rob Gronkowski for summa cum laude honors, folks? Man, oh man, it seems like Rob Gronkowski is going to be wearing those nice summa cum laude colors over his what is it called, a gown? Oh man, what do you wear during the graduation? I'm blanking on it. Whatever it is, it's Rob Gronkowski, folks. A+, fantastic. All right. The next tight end, I don't really want to put him on this list, but he showed up to class, so I kind of got to give him a little bit of a grade. So, all right, let's watch Kyle Pitts. Here we go. Kyle Pitts, leading receiver for the Falcons, so I appreciate him showing up. 5 catches for 73 yards, no touchdown. All right. Wish we, little underperforming. When, I heard Kyle Pitts was coming to class, I got all excited. But, he kind of, did his homework at the last second. So here we go. Let's watch this. We'll watch this catch right here, I guess. Here we go. Kyle Pitts. This is what he showed this week. Here we go. Wide open. Down 14-0. Wide open. Good catch. Brought him down inside the red zone. All right, did they score off this? Did they score a touchdown off this drive? They did. Okay, that's good. All right, that's good, but still, at the end of the day, nothing truly great. So, Kyle Pitts, thanks for showing up. Not the greatest. We're going to give him a C. We'll give him a C for his Week 2 performance. Bring something better next week, please. Score some points. Hopefully, the Falcons being bad is also why, Kyle Pitts isn't able to kind of show out, because they only put up 28 points and because it was kind of a big old blowout. So, Kyle Pitts, come to class a little bit more prepared next week, please. Alrighty, let's go to another returner out here. And this time, another kind of teacher's pet, everybody's favorite, always scoring A+. Last week got an A+, and this week as well, probably going to get another A+ out here. We got to go to Travis Kelce, folks. Travis Kelce. Here we go. Final stat line for Travis Kelce for the Chiefs. Obviously, a leading receiver here because Tyreek Hill was shut down the entire game. So Travis Kelce had to show up, and he did. 7 receptions for 109 yards, and he scored a touchdown. Fantastic. And he helped on some of these drives here. So here we go. First quarter touchdown drive. Travis Kelce making an appearance right here. We got Travis Kelce on 3rd and 2, 10-yard reception to pick up the first down. That's what we're talking about, and that drive leads to a touchdown. Well done by Travis Kelce. Then here we go. We get a second quarter touchdown drive right here, and once again, it's Travis Kelce coming up big time here. 1st and 10, 14-yard pass to Travis Kelce, picks up the first down, keeps the chain and the momentum moving. That results in a touchdown. Then in the third quarter, Travis Kelce once again helping out on the touchdown drive. Here we go, 2nd and 3, 5-yard pass to Travis Kelce to pick up the first down. That results in a touchdown. And then Travis Kelce was like, "Hey, I like giving y'all the touchdowns, but how about you throw one my way?" And that's exactly what happens. Do we not have this queued up? I thought we had the Travis Kelce touchdown pass queued up. We're going to have to get this up on the board quickly right here. 7:07 in the third quarter. Let's bring this up quickly right here. We got to watch Travis Kelce score. No, it's not an automatic highlight, which I don't understand why, but we can bring it up very, very quickly right here. So let's get the 7:07 in the third quarter. Let's see what Travis Kelce was doing and see if he deserves an A+ grade. Does Travis Kelce deserve an A+ grade out here? Let's quickly find out. Alrighty, here we go. Here we go. Got it queued up. Rewind 10 more seconds to get the start of the play, and we will see Travis Kelce scoring the ball. So let's see how he does it. Here we go. 2nd and 10, and the Chiefs are up 4 points here in the third quarter. Let's see what Travis Kelce does. Here we go. 2nd and 10 from the Ravens' 45-yard line. Patrick Mahomes escaping out of the pocket, finds Travis Kelce, and then he takes it 40 yards down the field. That's what we're talking about. The run after the catch, the great blocking, weaving in and out of traffic, taking the hits and staying on his feet. Is that not the culmination of everything that all these tight ends learned at Tight End University? Every single class being open, playing open for your quarterback that is scrambling in the pocket. That's a class. Catching the ball is obviously a class. Run after the catch is obviously a class. Following your blockers is obviously a class. Taking the hits and weaving in and out of traffic down the field is obviously a class, and that's a master class there of all those fundamentals coming together, and that's Travis Kelce, baby, getting it done, scoring the ball himself, setting up all the other scores. It's Travis Kelce, baby, another A-plus performance, back-to-back A-plus performances here by Travis Kelce. Give the man credit. The man wants the summa cum laude honors, folks. All right, 2 more tight ends to wrap up this week that showed out. The next tight end we've got to give a little bit of credit to is T.J. Hockenson, folks. Unfortunate, man, that this man's not on the best team, but he is still doing everything in his power to show out here for the tight ends at Tight End University and take everything that he has learned from that. So here we go. T.J. Hockenson, here we go. They're tie game 7-7 from the 9-yard line of Green Bay. T.J. Hockenson, bingo, bango, corner of the end zone, catches the ball 2 feet down, and that's a touchdown for big old T.J. Hockenson, the tight end. Can we talk about the great throw here by Jared Goff? A rainbow floater in the back of the end zone, and that's T.J. Hockenson catching the ball over his shoulder like, one of the top wide receivers. Was looking like Devontae Adams in this game, and he's a tight end. Give that man some credit. Well done by T.J. Hockenson. Fantastic. Now we got another play up here, queued up by T.J. Hockenson. Let's see what he can do. Tied 14-14. Jared Goff at midfield. Play action pass. Plenty of time to throw. And then just finds a wide open T.J. Hockenson at the 30-yard line. Gets them into field goal range right before the end of half. Look at the time on the clock. 24 seconds left. Now in field goal position because of T.J. Hockenson. Give the man some credit. And then that is it. So 2 big old plays there by T.J. Hockenson. 7 points for himself. Another 3 right there. He was also the leading receiver here for the Lions. So truly doing his part and more out here. So T.J. Hockenson, he showed up last week with an A-, and I think we're going to give him another A- out here. Just unfortunate his team isn't more competitive, isn't better down the wire, so he can kind of make a touchdown or a score in the fourth quarter to kind of help him take the lead or tie the game. So it's hard for T.J. Hockenson to get these A+ ratings, but we'll still keep him at the A's because this man is truly single-handedly keeping this Lions team relevant this season. So T.J. Hockenson, congratulations. An A- for your week 2 performance, keeping up with Rob Gronkowski and the kind of teacher's pets out here, Rob Gronkowski and Travis Kelce. Alrighty, and then the last tight end to give a little bit of credit to, a new tight end joining the list here this week. We're going to give a little love to Packers tight end Robert Tonyan, who ended up scoring in this game. Give the man some credit. So Robert Tonyan, 3 catches for 52 yards and a score. Let's watch this score. This was third quarter, folks. The Packers' first drive out of halftime. Down 3 points. Here we go. Packers from the Lions 22-yard line, and then it's Robert Tonyan over the middle, double covered, and catches the ball in traffic. We watched this replay when we were breaking down Aaron Rodgers for the Monday night game, but it's a great throw. Don't get us wrong, but it's still a great catch here. Robert Tonyan to take the lead when they're down, bring all the momentum back to Green Bay, the home team. And there it is, Robert Tonyan 30 yards out for the score. 2 defenders really draped all over him. Gotta love it. Let's watch it one more time. Robert Tonyan brings the ball in. Fantastic score, 7 points. So congratulations to Robert Tonyan. And we're going to give him a real solid B+ rating. Robert Tonyan, welcome to Tight End University. B+ rating for his week 2 performance. Alrighty, so now Tight End University is truly filling to the brim here. All the tight ends are showing out or are starting to emerge to kind of shout out here and get it done at Tight End University. Everybody's fighting for the highest honor awarded at Tight End University, the summa cum laude, and we will name that tight end by the end of the season. And so far, Travis Kelce and Rob Gronkowski are in front with A+ grades for week 1 and week 2. So you got to keep it up. George Kittle didn't even get a grade this week. George Kittle didn't even show up this week. So get it going, get it together, and we'll see who shows out and shows up to Tight End University next week. But shout out to the tight ends, folks. Absolute great play. Alrighty, now let's go to our next segment, our next topic, which is the fame and shame list. We do our due diligence every single week of giving you our picks and what we think is going to happen this week. We study the film, we study the stats, we see what they're going against, we see what they're good at and what they're bad against and what they can't defend, and we give you our picks. So we hold the players accountable because somebody's got to be held accountable. It's not going to be us because we did our due diligence. We did our research. We did our homework. We are here talking an hour and a half, 2 hours every single day. And when it comes time to prepare and get it done on the field, some players go ghost, so those go on the shame list. But some players show up and they go on the fame list. So we celebrate and kind of knock the players that did and did not show up for us in our official picks this week. So let's see who we've got on the fame and shame list this week. Let's start here with the fame list. Let's get the celebration out of the way first. So let's remind everybody of our picks for this week and what we are going to be basing these fame and shame list performances on. So this week we had Dolphins -4, or Arizona -4, Dolphins +3, Rams -3.5, Texans +12.5, Saints -3.5, and Cowboys +3.5. Yes, I know there's more shameless this week than fameless, and that's not where we want to be. So we're going to get right back next week, and there's going to be no shameless next week, right, everybody? Right? But we got to do the list this week. So here we go. The first people, players, persons on the fame list this week, we're giving credit to Dan Quinn, baby. Woof! That defense performance. We took the Cowboys +3.5. We really like them straight up. They win straight up. Bingo, bango. And that is kind of in part with Dan Quinn's defense. All the injuries on the defensive line, having to switch Micah Parsons from linebacker to defensive end, which worked beautifully. He ended up getting sacked and a couple of pressures. Dan Quinn, we didn't give him a lot of credit heading into this season, but these first 2 weeks he's truly getting it done. Held the Chargers to 17 points, forced a couple of turnovers, and that's why we love this Dan Quinn defense, because they are true ball hawks. 2 interceptions by Justin Herbert. They lose by 3. You got to give a lot of credit to the defense of truly winning this game. So Dan Quinn, welcome to the fame list for your defensive performance. Let's get the date up here for 9/19/21. Defense holds big. Fantastic. Alrighty, but we're also going to celebrate somebody else from this Cowboys game. We want to celebrate somebody offensively. I really want to shout out Dak, and we're going to shout out Dak, but he's not getting on the fame list here. We're going to shout out Tony Pollard, the running back here for the Cowboys. Now, we love Ezekiel Elliott, and this is not a knock of Zeke by putting Tony Pollard on this list. Tony Pollard and Zeke both got it done in the running and passing game. Both real solid out here. Tony Pollard, 109 yards rushing and a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 71 yards rushing and a touchdown. Both great performances. And then in the passing game, the receiving game, Tony Pollard, 3 catches for 31 yards. Ezekiel Elliott, 2 catches for 26 yards. Both truly getting it done and helping their team move the ball. We're just going to give Tony Pollard a little bit of an extra oomph over Zeke, because in the end he did have more yards. So well done to Tony Pollard for your offensive performance to help win the game straight up, help us hit that +3.5 right there. So well done. Big offensive game. Alrighty, and then we've got two more fame lists that we got to shout out here. The first one is going to be Tyrod Taylor. He goes down, so a little bit of an honorary fame list nod right here. Tyrod Taylor, for keeping it competitive, getting it done, putting up, what did they put up, 14 points with Tyrod Taylor? 14 points. They go into halftime tied 14-14 because of Tyrod Taylor. We had the Texans plus 12.5. We love what this Texans team is, how they're competitive, even though everybody just instantly was writing them off. They're handling the distractions with Deshaun Watson so well, and Tyrod Taylor went out there and showed out when he was healthy. We're hoping for a speedy recovery. So shout out to Tyrod Taylor, helping, this team get out to a good start, helping them kind of keep that momentum going in the second half after you went down, and they cover the 12.5. So Tyrod Taylor, thank you for getting the offense out to a good start. Got the team out to a great start. Love it. Also, did he make Baker Mayfield pay for that interception that he threw? When did those touchdowns come? Let's quickly see that really quickly. Where's this Jags game at? Or this Texans game at. Here we go. So we get Baker Mayfield throwing the interception, and then they go down and score a touchdown. So, yeah, absolutely. Tyrod Taylor getting it done. And then we're also going to shout out David Culley, the head coach of the Texans, folks, for his performance here, because he kept the team engaged. And I love that David Culley is truly keeping the entire attention inside the locker room on football and winning and being competitive week to week. He's not, stringing along Deshaun Watson and making that kind of narrative influence and infect the locker room with, is he going to play? Is he going to go? What's going to happen here? They're truly keeping the two narratives of the team, the football team that competes every single week, and the narrative of Deshaun Watson. Is he going to go to jail? Is he going to get traded? What's going to happen? Truly keeping that second separate, keeping the locker room truly together and intact right here, and then has confidence to be like, no, we're going to go with Davis Mills after Tyrod Taylor goes down. We're not scrambling, looking for another quarterback. We're not thinking about going back to Deshaun Watson. Everybody's on the right mind right here. They keep the game close. They kept the game competitive in the second half after Tyrod Taylor goes down. I mean, the team could have just caved in offensively, defensively, but everybody stayed the course. The Texans put up 7 points in the second half, and the Browns only put up 17 points, and they lose by 10 right there. So well done by David Culley, keeping everybody's minds straight in the locker room, keeping the locker room together. I love it, folks. So those are our 4 fame list winners for the week. Thank you for doing your part. Thank you for giving us the confidence, or thank you for taking our confidence of betting on you and talking about you and believing in you guys, and taking our confidence and doing the right things with it. Dan Quinn, Tony Pollard, Tyrod Taylor, and David Culley, thank you. Thank you for doing what you were supposed to be doing this week. We appreciate you. But now let's see the players that didn't do their job, and there was a lot of them, folks. There was a lot of them. So let's start talking about the shame list. Here we go. First one up, we got to go the Cardinals defense. I'm glad y'all won, so we can still kind of keep you high in our power rankings. That's great. But we ended up swallowing 4. You're at home, and the Cardinals defense truly laid a little bit of an egg. They were giving up points left and right, early, late. Now, luckily, they missed the game-winning field goal, the Vikings did. That didn't really have anything to do with their defense. That's just the kicker being trash. But overall, the Cardinals defense kind of got it done. They won by 1, so they just did the bare minimum, but unfortunately didn't cover our bet of Cardinals -4. So Cardinals defense, for your 9-19-21 performance, allowed too many points. Allowed too many points there. Womp womp. So they win by 1. We needed them to win by 4. Thank you for winning, like we said, so we can still kind of talk about this Cardinals team very, very highly. We do consider this Cardinals team very, very highly. We're going to do our power rankings in the next segment, and we've already had them at number 2 going into this week, so we'll see where they move, up or down. Yeah, but the Cardinals defense, I mean, geez Louise, how do you give up all these points to this Vikings team? And they didn't even force a turnover. You don't force Dalvin Cook a fumble. You don't force Kirk Cousins an interception. Come on, Cardinals defense got to be a little bit better than that. Damn it. Damn you, Cardinals defense. Alrighty, the next people on the shame list. Well, this was our biggest loss of the week, folks. Holy moly. Cardinals plus 3.5. It didn't even matter, or Dolphins plus 3.5. It didn't even matter if we took Dolphins plus 10.5. It wouldn't have mattered if we took Dolphins the lock. I mean, this would have been a lock. I mean, Dolphins plus 20.5. We couldn't even took Dolphins plus 30.5. It wouldn't have even mattered. It wouldn't have even mattered. They lose by 35-0. And people have to pay for this one. People truly got to pay for this one. So the first one up is going to be the Dolphins offensive line. Dolphins offensive line. What the hell? You're not even protecting Tua. You get the man injured. We can't do anything passing the ball because the Dolphins offensive line is giving them no time to throw. And then you hurt Tua, our franchise guy. Dolphins offensive line. Shame on you big time for not being prepared, for getting your ass beat by that Buffalo Bills defensive front over and 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 over again, and getting Tua injured. Your main focus on the offensive line is to protect the quarterback, the life and blood of the team overall. And you just be like, oh, my bad. Oh, he got by me. Tua, are you good? Tua, I'm sorry. Are you good? He's down in pain. Sorry, Tua. Sorry. I'll be better next play. Well, it's already too late. The man's out for the entire game. Shame on the defense or the offensive line getting Tua hurt. But that's not all that screwed up this Dolphins team. We got to put a huge blame on these Dolphins wide receivers. What the hell were y'all doing? What the heck were y'all doing? Absolutely pathetic performances by every single Dolphins wide receiver from Sunday. Absolutely pathetic. So here we go. Jalen Waddle can't catch the 4th and 2. That's unfortunately on Tua as well. But the offensive line, once again, gave Tua like 1.9 seconds to throw. That video's in clip is making its round on Twitter. The 4th and 2 turnover on downs trying to go to Jalen Waddle. Offensive line instantly buckles, and Tua has like 1 second to throw the ball. Alrighty, then on, what do we got here? The fumble. Who fumbled this ball? Wasn't it one of the wide receivers? Yeah, Jakeem Grant. Pass short to Jakeem Grant, who fumbles the ball. Come on, we are in the Buffalo Bills red zone at the 11-yard line, and you give up a fumble? Come on, we were going to make this a competitive 14-7 game going into halftime, and you dropped the ball? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We had, let's go to this drive. This, I think this is the interception drive, where we got Devontae Parker dropping balls. He also dropped the ball in the end zone. Mike Gesicki not catching the ball and it going intercepted. That's probably a little bit more on Jacoby Brissett, but we're not going to put Jacoby Brissett on the shame list because he really shouldn't have been out there anyway. Where is this pass here to Devontae Parker in the end zone? Here we go. This is it right here. 1st and 10 on Buffalo's 32-yard line. Jacoby Brissett passed deep over the middle to Devontae Parker, who was wide open in the end zone, and then it just fell off of his hands. Fumble. They led to the fumble drive. I mean, just truly garbage all over the place right here by these Dolphins wide receivers, not catching the ball, fumbling. What the hell were y'all doing? Absolutely trash right here. Absolutely pathetic trash. Jakeem Grant loses a fumble. That's wide receiver. Jalen Waddle loses a fumble. And Devontae Parker can't catch in the end zone. So absolutely pathetic. Dolphins receivers, pathetic. Shame. Shame on them. Shame. 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 Shame, folks. Dolphins receivers for drops and fumbles. Absolutely trash. Stalling in the red zone multiple times. Absolutely pathetic. Alrighty, we got one more person to go on the shame list. And we believed in Jameis Winston a little bit for his red zone accuracy, but the man never got in the red zone, and the man absolutely floundered. So we got to put Jameis Winston on this shame list, unfortunately. But what the hell? What the hell? Not moving the ball? What the hell is that? You're supposed to be the quarterback. You're supposed to be the big arm. You're the 30-plus touchdowns, 5,000 yards in a season. And now you want to dink and dunk and move the ball 100 yards a game? 100 yards a game? What the hell are you doing? 2 interceptions. Jameis Winston, I thought we cleaned those up. What the hell are you doing not moving the ball? 11 of 22, 50% completion percentage for 111 yards? What the hell are you doing, Jameis? Damn you. Damn you. Jameis Winston truly not looking good, and now his kind of career's in jeopardy. Do they go with Taysom Hill? So Jameis Winston, big flounder job out here. Definitely could have moved the ball here. This Panthers team isn't kind of, A1 tier 1 team. I would say definitely solid tier 2 team that could potentially reach tier 1. But, your great performance in the red zone, you couldn't just sling the ball around a little bit, move the ball accurately. I mean, you put up 7 points because Sam Darnold threw an interception. I mean, you got a turnover and you went like 4 yards. I mean, the touchdown, let's look at this touchdown drive. They went 18 yards off of the Sam Darnold interception. Congratulations. You can move the ball 18 yards. You get blown out because of that. So Jameis Winston for not moving the ball. Can you move the ball? Can you get at least into field goal territory? You did not move the ball at all. Shame. Shame on Jameis Winston. Shame. Having everybody buying in. Having everybody eating W's last week. And now getting blown out. So Jameis Winston not moving the ball. Shame. Shame on thy. Shame on thy. So, Cardinals defense, Dolphins offensive line, Dolphins receivers, Jameis Winston, shame. Shame on all your houses. Shame, shame, shame. Alrighty, so that was the fame and shame list for this week. Now let's head over to the power rankings, folks. Now that every team has played for week 2, we can see where these teams are ranking after 2 weeks. Alrighty, we have some teams going 2-0, some teams going 1-1. We're going to have to move off some teams out here. What do we got? We got 1 team dropping off, 2 teams dropping off, 3 teams dropping off. 3 teams dropping off. That means 3 new teams in the top 10. So let's get it cracking here. We're going to take it 10-1. Coming into this week, this was our power rankings. 49ers at 10, Eagles at 9, Cowboys at 8, Browns at 7, Saints at 6, Seahawks at 5, Bucks at 4, Chiefs at 3, Cardinals at 2, and the Rams at number 1. Do we have a new number 1 this week? Do we have a new number 2? Do we have a new number 5, new number 6, new number 10? What do we got going on this week? Who impressed us? Who showed up? And who showed out? And who didn't show up at all? Well, here we go. Our first team up here in the top 10 is a little bit of a move back. A little bit of a move back. In this number 10 and 11, we're very, very close, but I'm going to give the edge. I'm going to give the edge to the team that was on this list already. So I will just say kind of number 11 right off the rip is going to be the Packers. We're not putting the Packers on the top 10. They had a stinker. They had a kind of a blowout in the second half, but we'll see what Aaron Rodgers can do when he faces a better opponent. That's going to come up this week. What do we say? The 49ers? That's who they've got coming up on Sunday Night Football. Yes, Packers at 49ers. So that's going to be a huge test, and we'll see if the Packers can get in the power rankings next week if they win that game. But we're going to hold off on the Packers. We have a great game by Aaron Rodgers, we have a bad game. That's 50-50. I'm not comfortable with putting that in the top 10 just quite yet. But the new number 10 team is a little bit of a drop back here, and I'm going to put the Browns at number 10. Obviously, 7 last week, dropped down to number 10 this week, and I drop them down slightly. They got the win, which is great. But in the optics, I know we talk up the Texans here on the show, and that's fine. I've got no problem, talking up the Texans. I do think they are a really kind of solid team, but honestly, this Browns team should have blown them out and really should have blown them out after Tyrod Taylor went down, and they just never did. It wasn't a blowout. It wasn't a great performance. Baker Mayfield played really well in this game. He had like 2 incompletions. They were moving the ball, but just collectively, it should have just been a blowout here for the Browns. So I'm going to kind of knock the Browns a little bit, and we're definitely definitely celebrating. We've already celebrated the Texans here this week, but we're going to move the Browns back a little bit. Everything is great. Their play calling is great. Kevin Stefanski is calling accurate plays for Baker Mayfield. They won without OBJ, which was great. They won without Jarvis Landry, which was great. I think he got injured real early in this game. The defense is great. The running backs, Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, are getting it done, running back by committee. The defense is getting it done. This Browns team is truly a great team overall. Unfortunately, they lost against the Chiefs. Close. It was close. That's why we put them on this list, because it was close and competitive. But we really wanted to see like a blowout, especially when you faced, a tough opponent in the Chiefs. That's really when you should have just let it all out. All your frustration and pissed off that you couldn't beat the Chiefs, that should have all came out this week. So we're penalizing the Browns just a little bit this week for not blowing out the Texans. And as well, some other teams really kind of impressed us this week, so we kind of leapfrogged them over the Browns a tad. So Browns moving down to number 10. This is not a knock on the Browns. We are still big buying into this Browns team. Love everything about it. Just have to move them down a little bit this week. So Browns at 10. Alrighty, new number 9 team, and the Eagles are officially off the list, and it's unfortunate. We do buy into this Eagles team, probably have them at kind of number 12, decently competing at number 11 with the Packers, but we are going to put the 49ers at 9. Head-to-head matchup, 49ers at 10 coming into this week, Eagles at number 9 coming into this week. 49ers win on the road, head-to-head matchup, got to move the 49ers up to that Eagles spot. So 49ers at number 9. The offense is looking okay. It's looking good. I think it's going to get to a point where Jimmy Garoppolo and all this noise of, when they're going to play Trey Lance, I think this is going to reach a boiling point a little bit later down the road in the season, but right now the offense is moving, and especially why we have them in the top 10 is because of their defense. Man, oh man, they held that Eagles team the entire game, and the Eagles were like knocking on touchdown territory, scoring territory kind of consistently throughout the entire first half, and the 49ers defense came up big after coming up big after coming up big. I mean, look at this right here. A blocked field goal from the 49ers 29-yard line. Great defensive effort right there. Special teams effort, whatever you want to officially classify it as. We get a turnover on downs on the big play, and that set them up on the 1-yard line. First and goal, shut down. Second and goal, shut down. Third and goal, shut down. Fourth and goal, shut down. Shutting down that Eagles offense on the road, on the goal line. Oh my God, give credit to that defense. And then what do the 49ers do after that drive that they make the Eagles stall on the goal line? They go out and score 7 points. That was really the determining factor in the game. That's really when all the momentum for the Eagles went out the window, because like we said, they were kind of controlling the first half. Even though nobody was scoring in the first half, it was kind of all Eagles, able to move the ball, but the 49ers defense was not allowing them to come away with really any points. And then that drive happens where the 49ers go for a touchdown, and then that, like we said, that kind of changed the entire tide of the game. The Eagles really couldn't do anything after coming out of halftime, and the 49ers put up 10 points in the second half, and they end up winning by 6. The last touchdown right here really means nothing. 5 minutes left, you're down 14 points. You give it your all and you score a touchdown, and that's good. But then the 49ers just run out the last kind of 4 minutes on the clock, and they get the win. So well done by the 49ers. The defense was looking real solid. Little question marks on this offense. I think it's going to come to a boiling point where Jimmy Garoppolo is like, hey, either name me or don't, but don't be stringing along Trey Lance to the media and everybody else. I'm the fucking guy as long as I'm healthy, and I'm proving it out here. 49ers are 2-0, correct? They won week 1. Yep, they're 2-0. So well done by the 49ers defense. Absolutely love it. And we'll see if the Eagles can get back on track in our power rankings come next week. Alrighty, we get a new team at number 8. Don't worry about the Cowboys. They're moving up, folks. We're moving the Cowboys on up. Yes, you've heard that right, folks. We love and respect the Cowboys. Y'all should get on the Cowboys train, too. We're trying to tell y'all. We just took them plus 3.5. They went outright. Absolutely fantastic. But we'll talk about them in a second. New team here in the power rankings. Show this team some love. Give it up for the Denver Broncos. Coming in at number 8. Alrighty, 2-0 start here to the season for this Broncos team. Real solid offense right here with Teddy Bridgewater, efficient, not turning over the ball, delivering the ball to his playmakers. They won last week with no Jerry Jeudy. Was able to kind of still get the ball out accurately. Use Cortland Sutton, no big deal. The running game is looking real solid. Javonte Williams is starting to emerge here, so they're truly going to be having a real solid running back by committee as this season progresses. Teddy Bridgewater is just being a real kind of above average game manager. Still a little bit more dink and dunky that I would kind of like, and we're still working on that with Teddy Bridgewater, but he's putting up the points, he's moving the ball, he's looking great, and they've got the weapons out here to complement Teddy Bridgewater's kind of what he can do, what is overall I'm blanking on the word, what his overall just kind of attributes are and its talents are and what he's good at doing out on the football field. They're playing to his strengths right there. So we got to give him credit. And then the defense, forcing turnovers. Trevor Lawrence, another 2-interception game. He had 3 interceptions week 1, 2 interceptions here week 2 against his Broncos defense. Well done. No fumbles, unfortunately. Didn't force any fumbles, but just getting those turnovers, and I believe they cashed in points on all these turnovers, correct? First interception leads to 3 points. Second interception leads to 3 points. So obviously we would like to see you get touchdowns out of those, but making them pay any points, that's what we're looking for. So well done for the Broncos, out to a nice 2-0 start. Teddy B is getting there. Defense is there. We're looking good. Broncos at number 8. Alrighty, new number 17. We said we moved the Browns back. That's where they go. And now this new team is new in the top 10. So give another warm welcome for the Raiders at number 7. Man, oh man, this offense is looking real solid. This doesn't come to a big surprise to us. We know the Raiders are a little potential frauds in the first half of the season. Like we said, the true test for the Raiders is really going to start kind of like weeks 8, 9, and 10 when we start getting towards the back end of the season. We'll see if the Raiders can still be good, but so far we're still in the first half of the season and we're going to be shouting out this Raiders team. So well done for the Raiders coming in at number 7. Obviously you get the offense, you get Darren Waller, obviously Derek Carr is looking good. I never understood the hate and the knocks on Derek Carr. The man is fantastic. I never got it. I mean, the completion percentage is there, the touchdowns to score ability needs to be there a little bit more, but that's the only knock. But the yards completion percentage are there, so what are y'all talking about? The running game, it's good. They lost Josh Jacobs last week to the Steelers. They said, no problem, we won't run the ball. They had a chance to run the ball with Kenyon Drake, but they're like, yeah, we won't. We just really won't run the ball. That's fine. We'll go with Peyton Barber 13 times, but it's really not going to amount to anything. 32 yards. Yeah, we could just win passing. We don't care. And then the defense to hold the Steelers team at home to only 17 points. The Steelers, a little bit of a question mark team right now, but so far, this Raiders team winning prime time game against the Ravens, fantastic win. It did come down to the wire, and it did take overtime, and it did take a Lamar Jackson turnover to set them up, but they took advantage of it, and then they went on the road, a little bit of a shorter turnaround because it was Sunday night. So it was, kind of getting right here, early turnaround on the road, and the offense was still chugging along. Darren Waller didn't even have like 17 targets, and they still were able to win the game. So it's not like, well, they've got Darren Waller, and they have to go to Darren Waller 20 times to win the game. No, they're going to everybody else. Everything else is getting open. The speed is truly coming through on this Raiders offense, and the defense locked up the Steelers. They really weren't able to do anything offensively the entire game. So Najee Harris holding him to only 38 yards. Big Ben threw a pick, so only 1 touchdown. So watch out for this Raiders team. Everything is seeming to be real smooth offensively, defensively, especially that offense. But we know kind of the time is ticking. The clock is ticking on this Raiders team, and we'll see if they can continue to be good as the season progresses. Alrighty, new number 16. Obviously, the Saints are coming off big time. Drop them all the way down to number 32. I don't care. But they will definitely not be in the top 10 anytime kind of soon. That's a bad taste left in our mouth by Jameis Winston. We're seeing, I don't know why he's not letting it loose. We know he can, but I don't know if the interceptions are playing with his mind. But Saints at number 6 are no longer there. And our new number 6 team is going to be the Dallas Cowboys. Man, oh, mother-loving man, folks. I love this Cowboys team, folks. Who would have thought I'd be saying this? Especially since we we've been what we've been talking about in the offseason, kind of bigger on the Giants, and then Hard Knocks shows up and we're loving it, and then week 1 comes and we're loving this Cowboys team, and now week 2 they finally get the win. I love this Cowboys team. The offense is so freaking great, folks. Dak Prescott is immaculate. Tony Pollard is looking real gosh dang good, folks. Ezekiel Elliott, who would have thought Ezekiel Elliott's going to become the number 2 running back out here for the Cowboys? How crazy. But either way you slice it, running back by committee is there. The wide receivers are there. CeeDee Lamb, remember all those drops in week 1? Clean those up. 9 targets, 8 receptions. That's what we're talking about. Dak Prescott did turn over the ball, unfortunately. He also did fumble, didn't lose it, though, so got to clean up those turnovers, but that's not something that, we're going to be harping on and are expecting to see week in, week out. The defense here by the Cowboys, all the injuries, Dan Quinn is using a Franken defense, moving pieces around, and it's working, folks. They held the Chargers to 17 points, and the Ball Hawks defensively, shout out to the defenders for the Cowboys team, picking off Justin Herbert twice. Asante Samuel Jr., the rookie. Yes, sir, baby. Go get that done. I love it. And then we got Kyle Frackrell getting a forced fumble. Oh, no. Chargers. Asante Samuel's on the Chargers. That's my fault. But let's shout out Asante Samuel. Rookie getting an interception. That's what we're talking about. Love seeing that. But let's go back to the team that we actually want to talk about here. This Cowboys defense. Let's talk about these defenders intercepting Trevor Lawrence, or Justin Herbert, we got Damontae Kazee, that interception, go get it done. And then Trayvon Diggs, yes, sir, what is he, second, third year back in this league, brother of Stephon Diggs, and this man is shutting it down. I mean, when you're growing up with Stephon Diggs, the wide receiver, you know how to shut down great wide receivers. So Trayvon Diggs, truly a ball hawk out here, shutting everything down here, not allowing anything. The Cowboys on the road only give up 17 points defensively with no DeMarcus Lawrence and no Randy Gregory, and moving Micah Parsons from the linebacker position to the pass rusher position, and he does good. I mean, folks, everything about this Cowboys team I am falling in love with. Cowboys are here, folks. Watch out for this Cowboys team. They have the offense to compete with anybody, and they've got the defense to get those turnovers to win the games. Love it, love it, love it. Cowboys at 6. Can't speak highly enough of this Cowboys team. Love them so freaking much, folks. Woo! Alrighty, new number 5 team. We're moving off the Seahawks. Truly an unfortunate loss there. They had the big old lead, and then they squandered it, and then they had the chance in overtime and squandered it. So we're moving off the Seahawks. They have to impress us again to get back in the top 10. So we're moving the Seahawks off, and we are welcoming our final new team of the week right here. Last new team to grace the presence here of the top 10, and shout out to the Ravens. A huge jump here, not being on the list last week, and then moving up to number 5 this week. That win against the Chiefs was absolutely magnificent. Well done by Lamar Jackson. He is truly showing what he is capable of, and he's basically the only offensive weapon on that team. Everybody else is just kind of a sidekick to him. Get out of my way because I'm the main attraction. So, Ravens get it done offensively. Now, this is a little bit of a spoiler alert, we are going to keep the Chiefs above the Ravens, even though they won the head-to-head matchup, and I know I don't like doing that either, folks. I truly don't, but when we look back at that game, the Chiefs having the ball, only down, 1 point, down 1 point, having the ball, and they were moving the ball. It's just, unfortunately, they fumbled. I mean, they got into the Baltimore's 32-yard line, looking to just kind of bleed the clock a little bit more and kick the game-winning field goal. So I'll give credit for the Ravens for winning, and that's why we have them in the top 10, but we are going to give kind of credit to the Chiefs because they really don't turn over the ball when you give them an opportunity to win the game. Really uncharacteristic for this Chiefs team, and if you're just playing the odds, I mean, Lamar Jackson's 4th game, he hasn't won one. The odds are saying, hey, he gets a win here soon. So we'll see what happens when they reface in the playoffs, if they both get there, which we're assuming they do, and that's going to be a great game as well. So we're going to respect this Ravens team. Lamar Jackson doing his thing. The running game is still there, even though, they've having to kind of, put pieces and sign people, quickly and kind of hastily to make up for all the running backs getting injured. But Latavius Murray coming into his own, Tyson Williams coming into his own, and we haven't even seen Le'Veon Bell yet. And then we get, Marquise Brown still doing what he does, and Sammy Watkins, a nice deep threat. So once they get kind of their rookie back at wide receiver, they should be even better. And then the defense for the Ravens, trying to be good. I mean, they locked up Tyreek Hill. I mean, we got to give somebody credit for that. I mean, Tyreek Hill only having, 13 yards? 14 yards. I mean, and then we get the interception by Patrick Mahomes and then the fumble all coming in the second half. So, I mean, this Ravens defense, when they knew the game was on the line in the second half, they were forcing the turnovers. We give that Ravens team a lot of credit. We move them up to number 5. Alrighty, number 4. We're going to move this team back a little bit, and this is where we get the Chiefs here at number 4. So we are going to move them back one spot, but we are going to keep them above the Ravens. No disrespect to any of the teams here, really just kind of even, and we're going to give the credit to the Chiefs there because, they did have the ball, and if they don't fumble, they do probably win the game, and that's why the Chiefs are ahead of the Ravens, because when it comes to Andy Reid and it comes to Patrick Mahomes, they get the job done coming from behind. We've seen it multiple times. They did it in their Super Bowl win. They did it last week. I mean, you can never count out this Chiefs team, and that's what's so great about them. Patrick Mahomes, best quarterback in the league. You can make the argument it's somebody else, but it's going to be a tough argument. And just overall, they just never quit. They have the best safety in the league, Tyrann Mathieu. Give respect to that man. That man needs to be talked about in every single sports talk show every single day. I don't care what it takes, but that's what it needs to be. So please get on that, everybody. Colin Cowherd, Shannon Sharp, everybody, get on it. Skip Bayless, start talking about Tyrann Mathieu every day. The man doesn't get nearly enough recognition. So I love the Chiefs' defense, their offense. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, unguardable. Tyreek Hill, almost unguardable until the Ravens got him. So, hopefully he can break out. But overall, real close here between the Ravens and the Chiefs. And I'm going to give the slight here to the Chiefs, folks. All right, new number 3 team right here. We're going to move the Bucs up. So the Bucs, Chiefs switch 3-4, 4-3, and we're going to keep this Bucs team at number 3. Real easy opponent last week with the Falcons. I mean, that's nothing. Tom Brady looking great, Gronk looking great, the entire Bucs team looking great. It's the Bucs, folks, defending Super Bowl champions. We give them credit, but a little bit of a lackluster opponent last week in the Falcons. Don't want to give them too much credit, so that's why we're leaving them at number 3. The Cardinals, we are still leaving at number 2, folks. I'm still leaving the Cardinals here, still believing in them. And I know what you are probably saying, well, the Bucs blew out the Falcons and the Cardinals only won by 1 on a lucky missed field goal to the Vikings. And I understand that, and I agree. But I believe winning close definitely helps out the team overall. And I think it kind of boosts the team overall, and it gets you in that kind of high-pressure situation when you're down and you're having to be competitive. Where the Bucs, they started out strong, 14 points, 2 touchdowns to Gronk, and then they just kept it up for the rest of the game. So that's still great by the Bucs, and I'm not knocking the Bucs for, blowing out the Falcons and getting ahead, but overall, I think the Cardinals are going to take more out of this win against the Vikings than the Bucs are going to take away from the blowout against a division rival of the Falcons at home. So I'm going to keep the Cardinals here at number 2. Defense got out to a little bit of a bad start. We're hoping that's cleaned up, and we're hoping this is a little bit of an outlier game, but overall, it's Kyler Murray coming back from behind, winning the game, and looking real gosh dang good and slinging around the ball and never getting down big bad, always in the game. They got down. I'm trying to bring up this game here. I'm trying to find where it is. Where's this tab at? Vikings. Here we go. Vikings, Cardinals. I mean, they ended up getting down 20-7. They got down 20-7. The Vikings were keeping up the pressure, but the Cardinals were like, all right, we're going to answer. They score the touchdown, and then they take the lead 21-20, and then they lose the lead, and then they get it right back before halftime, and then Kyler Murray throws a pick 6, and now they're down again, but Kyler Murray stays cool, calm, collected, and then retakes the lead 31-30, and then the Vikings retake the lead at the start of the fourth quarter, 33-31, and then the Cardinals take a little bit, but they're like, all right, when it's time to get it done, 4 minutes left in the game, we kick a field goal, we go up 1, and then they get a little bit lucky that the Vikings field goal kicker misses the kick, but that's just not being clutched by the Vikings, so they're trash like we know. So Cardinals, a great close win right here. I think it's going to pay out well for them. So the Cardinals offense is great. Defense, hopefully it's not as bad as it was against the Vikings, but Cardinals still at number 2. And then the Rams are going to stay our number 1 team, folks. They beat Carson Wentz head to head. sad. Yes, Jacob Eason took the final shot. Unfortunate. That's going to be an easy pick. But, we love this Rams offense. We love the Rams defense. I mean, folks. I mean, can we talk about setting a tempo here? This Rams team on the road against a close, just head-to-head on paper, this Rams team and Colts team are close. But what did the Rams do? The first drive of the game, Colts are at home. They get the ball. And what did the Rams defense do? First and goal from the 1, shut down. Second and goal from the 1, shut down. Third and goal from the 1, shut down. Fourth and goal from the 1, shut down. 4 straight shutdowns on the goal line. Rams defense gets it done, and then they go out and score a touchdown, 7-0. What a start to this game, folks, with this Rams team. Absolutely fantastic. They start the games good. They end the games good. Colts on a chance to win or tie the game with a field goal drive, like we said, with Jacob Eason, but they forced the interception. Absolutely fantastic. So this Rams team, they can move the ball. We speak so highly about Matt Stafford and the sheer genius that is Sean McVay, and the great weapons here, and Darrell Henderson and Sony Michel running back by committee. The offense is fantastic. The defense forcing turnovers. 1 interception on Jacob Eason. 1 interception on Carson Wentz. And nobody fumbled the ball here. But forcing turnovers, shutting it down, turnover on downs. Man, oh man, they step up and they rise to every single occasion. The high pressure situations, the Rams are already rising to every single occasion. This Rams team over the last 2 weeks have not floundered in any high pressure situations here. And for that is coaching. That is a sound fundamentals, sound technique by everybody, offensively, defensively, and this Rams team is the best team in the league, folks. Rams at number 1 still. So our power rankings going into week 3 are Browns at 10, 49ers at 9, Broncos at 8, Raiders at 7, Cowboys at 6, Ravens at 5, Chiefs at 4, Bucks at 3, Cardinals at 2, Rams at 1. Outside looking in, like we said, is probably the Packers, the Eagles. We got anybody outside looking in? Who else we got? Bills outside looking in, but Josh Allen, a little bit of a question mark. We still have to really see what he does week 3. Who else we got here? Bengals, Bears, not interested in putting any of those teams in. Saints, Panthers potentially outside looking in. We'll see what they do Thursday. Once again, another little bit of an easy opponent here. Real easy start to this Panthers team. Jets, Saints, Texans. We'll get them in there when they deserve it. I don't know if they deserve it just quite yet. What else we got here? Bucks already in the top 10. Seahawks, Titans, definitely kind of outside looking in. Yeah, so about 4 or 5 teams outside looking in. We'll see if anybody can take a spot here in the coveted top 10. We'll see who rises to the occasion. We'll see who flounders come next week. Alrighty, folks, that is going to do it for us today. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for watching. We are out of here. We'll see you tomorrow, live noon Eastern. Folks, have a great one, and we'll see you.